Ever feel that strange tingling in your legs when you stand up too fast, or notice your feet turning an odd shade of pale blue? Maybe you wake up at night with painful cramps that make you want to scream. Most people brush these off as normal aging, just another annoyance that comes with getting older. But let me tell you something that might shock you. These are not just minor inconveniences. They are urgent warning signs that your blood vessels are crying out for help. Ignore them, and you could be setting yourself up for blood clots, nerve damage, or even a stroke. I have seen too many people wait until it is too late. I am Dr. Alina Serravo, and I have spent over a decade helping seniors just like you reclaim their health and live their best years with strength and vitality. As a health researcher, I have worked with thousands of patients who thought their symptoms were just part of aging, only to discover they had serious circulation issues that could have been prevented. Today, I am going to share 5 critical warning signs your body is sending you, and 4 powerful vitamins that can turn everything around. This video will take about 10 minutes, but it could add years to your life. Before we dive into all 5 warning signs, let me give you a head start on the solution. The first essential vitamin you need is vitamin D, also known as cholecalciferol. Think of your blood vessels as garden hoses. When they are flexible and strong, water flows smoothly. But when they become stiff and brittle, pressure builds up and things start to break down. Vitamin D acts like a protective coating that keeps those hoses flexible and resilient. It reduces inflammation inside your vessel walls, helps regulate blood pressure, and even prevents dangerous calcium deposits from hardening your arteries. You can get it from fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, about 3 ounces 3 times a week. Fortified milk and orange juice work too, along with 15 minutes of morning sunlight. But that is just the beginning. 3 more vitamins are waiting to complete your protection, and they work in ways you would never expect. Let me paint you a picture of how your circulatory system actually works. Imagine a vast highway system running through your body, with thousands of miles of roads carrying precious cargo to every cell, every organ, every tissue. When everything is working perfectly, nutrients and oxygen flow smoothly, waste products get removed efficiently, and your entire body hums along like a well-oiled machine. But here is what happens when things start to go wrong. Plaque begins building up on the walls of your arteries, just like rust forming inside old pipes. The valves in your veins, which are supposed to keep blood flowing in one direction, start to weaken and fail. High blood sugar from diabetes damages the delicate lining of your vessels. Age causes the walls to lose their elasticity. Inflammation from poor diet creates tiny injuries that never quite heal. Sitting for hours every day allows blood to pool in your legs. Smoking constricts your vessels and thickens your blood. Here is the scary part. Most of this happens silently. You do not feel plaque accumulating. You do not notice when a valve stops working properly. Your body compensates and adapts until suddenly, it cannot anymore. That is when the symptoms start appearing. By then, toxins have been building up in your tissues. Inflammation has spread throughout your system. Your skin has been aging faster than it should. Your energy has been draining away so gradually you thought it was just normal tiredness. Dr. Alina Serravo from the National Institute of Vascular Health says circulation problems are like termites in a house. You do not see the damage until the structure starts to collapse, but if you catch the early signs, you can stop the destruction completely. The good news is your body wants to heal. It is designed to repair itself. You just need to give it the right tools at the right time. Now let me walk you through the 5 warning signs in the order they typically appear, from subtle to severe. The first sign is changes in your skin color. You might notice patches of pale skin on your legs or feet, or areas that turn bluish or purple, especially when you are sitting or standing for a while. This is not just cosmetic. This is your body telling you that oxygen-rich blood is not reaching those areas properly. When your tissues do not get enough oxygen, they start to suffocate. The pale or blue color you see is the visible proof of that suffocation happening in real time. Long-term, this leads to wounds that will not heal, infections that spread quickly, and in severe cases, tissue death that requires amputation. If you're seeing color changes, your circulation has already been compromised for months, maybe years. The second warning sign is cramping, especially in your calves. Some people get these cramps when they walk more than a block or 2. Others wake up in the middle of the night with their leg muscles locked in painful spasms. This happens because your muscles are not getting the blood flow they need to function properly. When you use those muscles, they produce waste products that need to be carried away by your bloodstream. If the blood cannot flow freely, those waste products build up and cause intense pain. Your muscles are essentially drowning in their own toxic byproducts. Over time, this leads to muscle weakness, difficulty walking, and a fear of physical activity that creates a vicious cycle. Less movement means worse circulation, which means more pain, which means even less movement. The third sign is tingling and numbness, that pins and needles sensation that starts in your toes or fingers and gradually spreads. Some people describe it as a feeling like their foot has fallen asleep, except it never quite wakes up. This is not just annoying. This is nerve damage in progress. Your nerves need constant blood supply to stay healthy and function properly. When they do not get it, they start to malfunction and eventually die. First, you lose sensation, which means you might not notice when you step on something sharp or burn yourself. Then you lose coordination and balance. Eventually, you lose the ability to feel pain in those areas at all, which sounds nice until you realize pain is your body's alarm system. Without it, injuries go unnoticed and untreated until they become serious medical emergencies. The fourth warning sign is cold extremities. Your hands and feet feel like ice no matter how many socks you wear or how high you turn up the heat. You touch your spouse, and they jump because your fingers are freezing. This happens because your arteries have narrowed so much that warm blood cannot reach your extremities. The coldness you feel is not coming from outside. It is the absence of warmth from within. Your body is prioritizing blood flow to your vital organs and sacrificing your hands and feet to keep your heart and brain functioning. This is a sign that arterial blockage has become severe. If left untreated, it progresses to critical limb ischemia, where tissues begin to die from lack of blood supply. People at this stage face a very real risk of losing fingers, toes, or entire limbs. The fifth and most visible warning sign is varicose and spider veins. Those twisted, bulging veins that look like purple ropes under your skin, or the web-like networks of tiny red or blue lines spreading across your legs. Most people think these are just ugly, but they represent complete valve failure in your venous system. Blood is pooling in your legs because it cannot get back up to your heart efficiently. The pressure builds up so much that your veins literally bulge out from under your skin. This stagnant blood becomes a breeding ground for clots. One of those clots breaks loose, travels to your lungs, and you have a pulmonary embolism that could kill you in minutes. Even if that never happens, the constant pressure causes skin changes, ulcers that refuse to heal, and chronic pain that affects every aspect of your daily life. Dr. Alina Serravo warns that ignoring even one of these symptoms is like ignoring smoke while your house is burning. The earlier you act, the more completely you can reverse the damage. If you are experiencing any of these signs, please schedule an ultrasound with a vascular specialist. They can see exactly what is happening inside your vessels and create a treatment plan before permanent damage occurs. Before we continue, if you are finding this information valuable, please take just 1 second to hit that like button. It helps this video reach more people who desperately need this information, and it supports our mission to bring you life-changing health content every single week. Now let me tell you about the second essential vitamin, and this one is absolutely critical for keeping your blood vessels strong and intact. Vitamin C, also known as ascorbic acid, is the structural protector your circulation system cannot live without. Think of it as the construction crew that builds and repairs the walls of your blood vessels every single day. Your body uses vitamin C to produce collagen, which is the main structural protein in your vessel walls. Without enough vitamin C, your vessels become weak and leaky, like walls made of paper instead of brick. This vitamin also fights inflammation, reduces oxidative stress, and helps your vessels relax and dilate properly. You can get abundant vitamin C from bell peppers, which actually have more than oranges. One medium red bell pepper gives you twice your daily requirement. Strawberries, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and kiwi fruit are all excellent sources. Eat them raw whenever possible because cooking destroys some of the vitamin. Here is a pro tip. Combine vitamin C-rich foods with iron-rich foods like spinach or lean meat. The vitamin C helps your body absorb the iron much more efficiently, giving you double the benefit. The third essential vitamin flies under the radar, but it might be the most important of all for preventing the dangerous complications of poor circulation. Vitamin K, specifically vitamin K2, is the traffic controller that tells calcium where to go in your body. Most people do not realize that calcium floating around in your bloodstream is actually dangerous. It needs to go into your bones where it belongs. Vitamin K2 activates proteins that grab calcium from your blood and arteries and deposit it safely in your bones and teeth. Without enough K2, calcium builds up in your artery walls, turning them hard and inflexible like concrete pipes. This is called arterial calcification, and it is one of the main drivers of heart disease and stroke. Vitamin K2 also plays a crucial role in proper blood clotting. Not too much clotting, which causes dangerous clots, and not too little, which causes dangerous bleeding. You can get vitamin K2 from fermented foods like natto, sauerkraut, and certain cheeses like Gouda and Brie. Egg yolks from pasture-raised chickens have it too. Dark leafy greens like kale and spinach contain vitamin K1, which your body can partially convert to K2, though not as efficiently. If you take blood-thinning medications, talk to your doctor before increasing vitamin K intake, as it can interfere with how those medications work. The fourth essential vitamin is vitamin E, the powerful antioxidant that protects your blood vessels from one of the most damaging processes in your body. Every day, harmful molecules called free radicals attack your cells, causing oxidative damage that accelerates aging and disease. Vitamin E neutralizes these free radicals before they can damage the delicate lining of your blood vessels. It also helps your body produce nitric oxide, a molecule that signals your blood vessels to relax and widen, improving blood flow and lowering blood pressure. Studies show that people with higher vitamin E levels have significantly lower rates of heart disease and stroke. You can get this vitamin from almonds and sunflower seeds. About a quarter cup of either provides your daily needs. Other excellent sources include spinach, avocados, butternut squash, and wheat germ. Use extra virgin olive oil for cooking and salad dressings. Here is something important. Vitamin E works best when you get it from whole foods rather than supplements, because foods contain multiple forms of the vitamin that work together synergistically. Plus, the healthy fats in these foods help your body absorb the vitamin E much more effectively. Let me be clear about something. If you're experiencing the warning signs we talked about earlier, this is not something to take lightly or ignore. These symptoms mean your circulation is already compromised, and your body needs help now. But the beautiful thing is you do not need expensive treatments or drastic lifestyle overhauls to start seeing improvements. Small, simple changes to what you eat every single day can create profound shifts in your vascular health. Swap your morning cereal for a bowl of berries with almonds. Replace your afternoon snack with carrot sticks and bell pepper strips. Add a serving of fatty fish to your dinner twice a week. Choose leafy greens as your vegetable side dish. These tiny daily shifts accumulate into major improvements over weeks and months. Your body is constantly rebuilding itself, replacing old damaged cells with new healthy ones. Give it the right raw materials, and it will transform your circulation system from the inside out. Let me recap what we have covered, because I want you to walk away from this video with crystal clear action steps. Vitamin D keeps your vessels flexible and regulates blood pressure naturally. Vitamin C builds and repairs the structural walls of your entire circulatory system. Vitamin K2 prevents dangerous calcium buildup in your arteries while strengthening your bones. Vitamin E protects against oxidative damage and helps your vessels relax and dilate properly. These are not random nutrients I picked out of thin air. These are the 4 pillars of vascular health that decades of research have proven to be essential. Here is what makes this approach so powerful. Each of these vitamins works through a different mechanism, targeting a different aspect of circulation health. Together, they create a comprehensive protection system that addresses every major threat your blood vessels face. Vitamin D reduces inflammation. Vitamin C builds strength. Vitamin K2 prevents calcification. Vitamin E fights oxidation. When all 4 are present in adequate amounts, your circulatory system becomes flexible, balanced, and resilient. Your blood flows freely. Your tissues get the oxygen and nutrients they need. Waste products get removed efficiently. Your risk of blood clots, stroke, and heart attack drops dramatically. Now, I need to say this clearly. If you have existing symptoms or a family history of circulation problems, heart disease, or stroke, please consult with your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your diet or supplement routine. What I have shared today is educational information based on scientific research, but it is not a substitute for personalized medical advice. That said, Improving your nutrition with whole foods rich in these essential vitamins is something virtually everyone can benefit from. The bigger picture here is not just about avoiding disease. It is about maintaining your independence, your mobility, your ability to do the things you love without pain or limitation. It is about having the energy to play with your grandchildren, travel to places you have always dreamed of visiting, and live every day with vitality and joy instead of fear and discomfort. I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below telling me your age and where you are watching from. Are you experiencing any of these warning signs? Have you tried increasing these vitamins in your diet? Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to take action. Please share this video with anyone you know who might benefit from this information. A parent, a spouse, a friend who has been complaining about leg pain or cold feet. You could literally save someone's life by passing along this knowledge. Knowledge changes lives, and it costs nothing to share. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss future videos where I share more research-backed strategies for living your healthiest, most vibrant life. My mission is to empower people like you with the information you need to take control of your health, make informed decisions, and live with confidence and vitality at any age. Better circulation starts with small steps today. The choice you make right now, in this moment, to nourish your body with these powerful nutrients could be the turning point that changes the trajectory of your health for decades to come. I will see you in the next video. Stay healthy, stay strong, and remember that your best years are still ahead of you.